Hey everyone, this is Isa. I wanted to talk about dealing with adult acne. This is kind of just me talking about my experience with it. I need to set my phone down somewhere, so give me a second. This is my second video, so welcome to my channel. I'm Isa, I'm 21 years old, and I've been experiencing adult acne. Now, I want to start with, I'm not a professional and I'm just talking about my experience with it, still dealing with it, and telling you about how I am dealing with it. If that's something you're interested in or something you're also going through, I just want to let you know that you are not alone, and I want to be vulnerable right now because it's a very hard thing and it really damages your self-confidence and just everything. So let's talk about it. I have my computer with some notes over here if you catch me looking at it. Like, everyone always talk about when you go from having acne prone skin, a lot of people go on Accutane and stuff like that, and then their journey to clear skin, but no one really talk about how if you had clear skin and then suddenly your face just completely break out and there's acne everywhere and you're like, what happened? Because that's what happened to me. For example, I'll show you pictures. I used to have teenage acne, of course, and that was mostly because the jobs I was working were like fast food and retail and stuff, and it was just germy. I would get like chicken grease on my face, and so I'd have acne, but I could heal all of those with skincare because it was teenage acne. It really wasn't hormonal, it was all surface level, and just consistent skincare really helped with that acne. Then, after I quit those jobs and I was transitioning into university, my skin really cleared up. Like, it became crystal clear, perfect. I cleared all my breakouts after I moved out of the dorm. So my sophomore year, I really had the clearest skin I'd ever had since I was young. It was really good, and really the only thing I was using then was like a gentle skin cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen, and I was using Curology for at least like 4 years, and it just kind of stopped working eventually, which is super unfortunate, but I think it's because my acne now it's hormonal. So that's kind of my background. When did this all start? So like I said, my skin was super clear sophomore year of uni. I didn't change my diet. I never really have changed my diet. I don't really change the amount of exercised, and I don't change my skincare routine that much. Sometimes I try new product here and there, but it really is a very consistent skincare routine. And so when I started getting mini breakouts, it was the end of 2024 going into 2025 is when I started getting like red pimple, and in the past, after my skin was clear, I only really got like one pimple at a time, and I was able to clear it really fast. I had a routine down, so it's really easy for me. But then I just started seeing these like red spots start appearing everywhere, and I'll show you a picture. This is what it looked like end of December going into January of 2025, and you can start seeing like there's pimples just starting to appear, but my skin overall still looked clear. So then I was like, what's going on? Like, maybe I'm stressed. And I will preface with, I am a very anxious person. I'm on medication just because I'm being vulnerable. I'm on medication for anxiety and a little bit of depression right now, but back then I wasn't. And I'm engineering. I'm an engineering major, and that major is very stressful. So I think part of the reason I was starting to break out was because I was stressed, because I was starting to get acne right here along my hairlines and like my forehead and a little bit around my nose, but not really cheek area, which is I think usually where like stress and hormonal stuff appears. Again, I'm not a professional, so I don't really know, but I was just kind of like, oh, it'll clear because it cleared in the past, so I'm fine, right? Turns out not really fine, because then it started getting really bad. I finished out my semester. My junior year is when it was really getting bad, and here's a picture of it during my junior year. You can tell like it's starting to get really bad. And my junior year was super stressful, especially spring semester. It was really rough for me. And then I went straight to my internship right after. I moved to a townhome and just to a different location, and I started work immediately after I finished my semester. So I really had no breaks, and I wasn't really taking care of myself that well. But again, like my diet wasn't really changing, my skincare routine wasn't really changing, so I was really confused what was going on. And then while I was working that internship, my acne got really bad. It was so inflamed and breakout everywhere here and everywhere here. Context, this is like May, June, July-ish. I just didn't know what to do. I was kind of like panicking, like panic getting new products, paying lots of money to try and fix it, and panic putting product on every single night. And what I was doing was I was embarrassed to show up to work because I was like, it just feels so gross that I had to sit here 9 hours a day. So I was covering it with a ton of makeup at like 5 a.m. in the morning to 5 p.m. at night, and it was just really bad time for my skin. But I really didn't know what was going on because I had just had clear skin a couple of months ago, so I was so confused. Only recently have I begun trying to help my skin around December time, from like full break to now, which is 2026 when you're watching this, in January. I got back from my internship and I was like, okay, maybe I was stressed over my internship, like maybe it'll heal. But it was still so bumpy and so inflamed, and I showed up to school and obviously that's not how I looked like the semester before. So I was kind of embarrassed to be at school because I'm like, I feel like I had glowed down. And that's a real thing that people feel with when they experience acne, and it shouldn't feel that way, but it's really hard. Like no one talk about when you go from clear skin to like a ton of acne. And I really didn't want to go and like Accutane or talk to a dermatologist because it's expensive, and I was really scared, and I still kind of am. It's still something that I'm considering, but I don't really know yet. I'm kind of seeing where my journey is gonna take me right now. I'm in my last semester, but my first fall semester, just recently, I wasn't really getting any better. It was kind of staying exactly the same. So let's talk about what I'm doing and what I've been doing now. I wasn't doing anything about my skin until fall break hit. November 2025 is kind of when I was like, you know what? My skin was clear before, I can clear it again. So I started doing research and started realizing, okay, maybe this is a little bit stress related, but my skin's not clearing the same as my teenage acne, which means it's something within me, right? I'm getting older and my metabolism isn't the same, my gut health isn't the same. I can't just be having the same habit I had as a teenager. Maybe it has to do something with my internal body just being inflamed and being so stressed, and like my gut was inflammatory and everything. Started doing research about hormonal acne. I can't heal hormonal acne with just skincare alone. I had to take care of my gut health and stop my teenage habits of eating whatever I wanted, and I had to start being an adult for my adult body to take care of myself. My first step was realization. My second step was starting to take little action at a time. So the first thing I did was I started drinking more water. I would try and take electrolytes with it so that I didn't just pee it all out. And with the second thing was also just stripping back my skincare routine to the bare bones. I stopped wearing makeup on my face. I still wear eye makeup sometime when I want to, but for this video I wanted to be real and raw with you guys so you can see my skin and how it's still not healed yet, but it's doing a lot better, right, compared to the picture I showed you earlier. I simplified my skincare routine to I only wash my face with water in the morning. I do a moisturizer, the Lion Acne Repair Cream, and sunscreen. At night I use the Alba Botanica Acne Face Scrub, double cleanse. Then I use the Lion Acne Repair Cream as well as moisturizer, and that's it. That's all I use for my skincare, and it's worked out pretty well for me with the pimples that are popping out. Not necessarily with the hormonal acne, but I used to have a lot of bumpy acnes, and now it's like pretty smooth. It's just a lot of redness, as you can see. The third thing for me was changing my diet, in the sense of just starting to put better things into my gut. I did some research about what people are taking to really just make their skin glow from the inside out, and what people are taking to fix their gut biome. And one of the main things that stood out to me was bone broth. So I've been drinking bone broth every single day, and I'll be honest, my skin is healing so much faster than it did in the past year, in the past couple of weeks even. This was my skin just a couple months ago, and this is it now. I think it's still very red, it's still very annoyed and inflamed, but it's smooth. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as bumpy as it was before, which is so nice. The fourth thing I started doing was taking my medications consistently, taking all my supplement consistently. I'm anemic, so taking iron to help my red blood cell, as well as taking my medication for anxiety and depression. And I take a probiotic thing that helps me with digestion, and I've really seen a difference. It's really been helping. I guess just being super consistent about everything and really trying not to stress as much about things that I can't control. Women, we have periods. That affects how you're healing this, right? Every time you get your period, break out again, and it kind of feels like your progress is resetting, but it's just your hormones being elevated and acting up, and you feel like crap. It sucks, but it does happen. So just not stressing about that. We got a lot going on in our lives. The world is a crazy mess right now. I'm trying to budget for adult life after uni, and it's so stressful. And I'm really trying to be like, I will be okay, and I can control it. That's really the most important thing. My skin is nowhere near healed yet, but it's getting there, and it's very slow progress, and I'm trying new things every single day. Not wearing makeup, not drinking as much. I'm 21. Not eating the things that I used to eat as a teenager, because it's not good for me. Drinking so much water and just being so consistent with my skincare and my supplement intake. And I would say that's really helping. So yeah, overall, I just wanted to say, if you're dealing with this as well, I know exactly what you're going through, and it does suck so much. Like, you used to be able to eat what you want, you had clear skin, you could wear whatever makeup, and there was no bumpy, no crack, no whatever. You could put any skincare on, you could do everything and just go about your day and not even think about your skin, to just going like, wow, I have acne in my 20s and it's even harder to heal than it was in my teenage era. I get it. And that's why I'm putting this video out there, because maybe it'll help someone. Because you and me, we're in this together. It's tough, but we got this. Consistency, we got this. I will keep you guys posted with my progress and just whatever I'm doing to help my skin. I ordered these like probiotic inflammatory supplements that are actually meant for PCOS, which I don't have, but I think it might help my skin. I ordered them and they should get here soon. I'm gonna try taking those for a few weeks or so and check back in with you guys, let you know if it's helped at all, if it's hurt my acne, and I will keep you posted on that. But for now, follow along with my journey. Feel free to subscribe and follow my Instagram, or don't. Maybe you're like, you're stupid. But yeah, we got this, and thank you for watching.